What's up, YouTube? Back with another video. LA Mamba. It is March 16, 2023, and this channel is made for talking about the tire shop business and multiple streams of income. And here we go. So as you can see, a lot of craziness going on every single day when it comes to the financial of the US economy. This is important for somebody who's actively doing deals in different businesses, or is trying to do something new in another business, built another business, buying real estate. If you're a person that just sticks to one thing and doesn't do anything else, just one thing, and believes in we gotta stick to only what we know, and that's it, then the U.S. economy probably doesn't matter much when it comes to outside of what you're doing. Let's say you're in the medical field. The medical field is not going to get affected at all by this. It's probably going to make it better when it comes to more people are probably going to be getting sick, and probably more people are going to get more hours in the business and better pay. And so, when it comes to that, it doesn't matter. But for the person or people who are trying to build additional streams of income, going to different, it matters quite a bit. So I've got today I was studying all day in the morning when it comes to the insurance business. I want to go into the automotive insurance. Of course, I'm in California, so I follow that a lot. I have people in the business that I know, and I ask them questions. What's going on? I had a coach today, and I asked some questions. And they say right now, pretty much it's bad when it comes to the making money in the business, right? So let's just say they work on percentages, 9% renewals of the policy amount they get paid every year. Let's just say when they renew, and new business, let's just say it's an additional 4%, and that's all they're based off of. Pretty much, what is that? 13%, right? So then he says, pretty much on the new business, they pretty much got cut off 3%. So now they're working on 10% of income, which is, that's a big chunk. That's kind of like almost a third of the business when it comes to income got affected like right away. And this is for all of California, by the way. This is not just their business. So as of right now, they're not hiring no new insurance agents. So if you're a brand new insurance agent, you're probably not gonna get hired in California. You're gonna have to go into doing something else, a different type of insurance. I'm talking about the automotive and the home insurance. Pretty crazy stuff. This is only, most likely temporary. It's a lot because of the California regulations. They don't want to increase the cost of insurance. They're not letting the companies increase. So they got to follow the regulations in California. So pretty much, like, let's say California is the only one that they're losing money on. All the other 49 states, the insurance companies are making money, but California, they're losing money here. And so they're trying to get away from, if they just cut ties with California, they leave, then they'll be profitable 100% in all their business. But right now they're losing, and right here in Cali there's a lot of business that they have, so they're losing a lot of money because of the claims. You know, let's say you have brand new Mercedes, they crash it. You know, it's a total loss, and right away the first payment they made, let's just say it was like $800 or $600 for insurance. I don't know what insurance costs for those cars, and then they gotta pay a claim for like $100,000 right away. From like, oh damn, like that's a big loss for the insurance companies. But anyways, following up on other news, on real estate news a lot. They just announced, the Feds just announced interest rates are gonna go up. That there's no other way to battle inflation. Inflation pretty much is kind of like their only and best tool. It's what I understood, right? It's like they gotta increase rates, so like there's less demand. Of course, unemployment is gonna go up, and inflation eventually will go down with months or years, right? They're trying to get it to 2% inflation, but it's really, really, really hard to do that now. You guys know, seeing inflation is a crazy amount right now, so that's gonna mean a lot less sales for the homes, and real estate is gonna be even more unaffordable than what it is now, which is a big problem when it comes to buying property. The cash buyers are not gonna get affected. So there's gonna be big changes in that, and that's because another thing that's the Fed controlling, and something that you can't really, it's a problem you can't fix. It's an issue that you can't do anything about in your business if you're in those industries. As for the tire shop business, I think we're just too small to get affected by any of that. By the way, it's an auto business, so auto business is recession proof. Auto tire shop business is recession proof. So this business, it has its good and bad also. I'd like to talk about some of the bad things. Number one, you can't really like grow hard, like you can't man, my business tripled and you still got the same location, right? My business quadrupled or whatever, it tenfold. It's not gonna happen with tire shop business on one location, so that's a bad thing. It's if you're trying to get rich, pretty much what I'm saying is, you're trying to come into the tire shop business, it's the wrong business. There's other businesses that you can get rich from, and the tire shop business is not one of them. In my opinion, right? You make a great living, you can make a lot of money, you can invest a lot, and that investment will make you, that investment could make you potentially rich. In my opinion, a definition of being rich is an income of $1 million or more per year. I'm right now myself at my over $100,000 a year passively when it comes to tenants only. So if people make way more, they buy more property, make better selections of properties that they want to make bigger income or whatever. I can see that happening with real estate. I happen to know one person that, I'm sure I know more, but people don't talk about their incomes when it comes to rent incomes. I know of a few, but they never told me officially. I know friends that tell me what they made on their apartment building, but the point is, you can make it with real estate, another but not in tire shop business. So pretty much another bad thing I don't like about the business is that we were also affected with regulations, but when it comes to the waste, it's very expensive now. So we pay a lot for disposing junk tires. There's only so much we can do to pivot around the cost, but or not around it, but just minimize it. But it's still a lot of money. It just costs you a lot to throw away junk tires. It's a lot, and that's not something I like about the business. That's a big old cost that, I mean, but I'll take that cost, that bad part about the tire shop business over like a lot of other businesses. The good thing about the tire shop business is that it's very consistent. So if you're making 40,000 a month on gross sales, and you're gonna be kind of like always making 40,000 a month, pretty much, like without fail, So, whatever amount you make, 20 or it's gonna be 20, right? But that's very good about the business, because you can, now you can have a life, right? Like you don't have to have a job, you can have a life. Like if you're gonna buy a home, you can buy a home, and you're gonna be able to pay for the home, no problem at all, right? Another thing I like good about the business, equally as good, is that, and I just mentioned it earlier, the recession, when it comes, or whatever, war or another pandemic, or actually a pandemic made my business way more busier, by the way, but it's not gonna affect what we do. It's kind of like I was just eating some chamango from a chamango raspado street vendor, and just talking to him, and I was like, hey man, he's making a conversation with this guy. He's like, hey man, the recession's not gonna affect you at all, huh? He's like, nope. He's like, he's still saying those fucking chamangos, huh? He's like, hell yeah. Super small guy, selling his chamangos, and whatever happens in the economy, don't matter. That guy's gonna be on the streets fucking making his money. He sells, I don't know, 50 chamangos a day, or I don't know what they do. I mean, he can do that for 10 years straight, 20 years straight, if he, approaches the same amount of people. If he wants to, pretty much. Same thing with tire shop, we're that small too. We're in the industry, like we're an industry that a lot of people don't care about. Like, oh yeah, like those guys that are like trying to sue everybody and shit. Like, we're too small for those guys. Like, lawyers are not gonna try to come after us and like, oh yeah, let me see how much this fool makes and shit. Oh man, this guy doesn't make much. Let's go for a new target. You got other targets trying to get something bigger, a bigger fish, trying to like scam other people. So when it comes to like lawsuits, rarely a tire shop ever get a lawsuit. Another cool thing is that people that are trying to steal tires, very rare also. I have heard here and there people getting their tires stolen. And this was like years back, but even like more towards like these recent times, let me say the last 2 years, I've only known of one tire shop that got their tires stolen. Yeah, we're not really a target, you know what I mean? I mean, hopefully, knock on wood, I don't get my tires stolen, but if it happens, it happens. Fuck it, it's not gonna really affect me anyways a lot. I mean, if they take like half of my tires, they'd say, I mean, I got the other half left. They didn't steal my business, they didn't steal my customers, they just stole like my inventory. If I need to order some tires, or a customer comes, he needs some tires, I can just go down the street, buy them, sell them to the, business continues pretty much. But we're not really a target for theft. Someone's not gonna want to come and, carry that big ass tire out and shit. They want to have like little items, like those guys over there in like Beverly Hills. They're stealing all that jewelry and all that. Like a little amount like this, or like being like worth millions and shit. If we even want to kill people for that stuff, man. Those people out there, man, dangerous shit out there. But they can just grab and snatch and run. They're not gonna want to carry this big ass tire and shit. That's worth like $100, And they do, they probably just steal like one and shit, and that's it. Call it a day. I don't know, just, it's not much. Unless you get like a big ass truck and you don't want to take your time loading 4 hours, but man, 4 hours, especially the amount of people that I know around here, they know what's up, they know who's supposed to be here and who's not. Especially my close friends that live around here that, go out at night and, because they're working, not that they're, trying to party and stuff, but, and then they're always passing by and, something's not right, they hit me up or they call. And, family member, my family's huge here, like, Nothing like that's gonna happen here. All in open, a ton of lighting. You see my shop's full of light at night. And the night we have a taco stand on the weekends. He leaves like at 4 o'clock in the morning, hard working. One of my family members, theft is gonna be very rare if I ever get stolen. And that goes for any shop too. But I'm just saying, not just my shop. It just goes for any shop. So that's a good thing. You have faith of no one's trying to steal your big ass tires. Oh, by the way, they sell a used one. How much can they sell a used tire for? And then they're gonna go to tire shops to sell them. And another tire shop gonna be like, you know what? I got too many that size and shit. No, thank you. They gotta go like 3-4 shops. Work hard to sell the freaking used tires that they have if they sell them. And they can sell for like $10 and all that work for like, $10 of tires. I don't think it's worth it for the robbers anymore. Back in the day, maybe. Oh, sorry, back in the day more, but not now. It's like used tires are too watered down for them right now. They want the bigger, better stuff. They want the Apple watches and the freaking Apple phones and stuff. It's another good thing about the business. Don't worry about that. Not an easy target for us. Not an easy target. Just like, it's too much bulky items, So anyways, I like to talk about now what recent sales I've done, or a lot of ways that I do selling. And how am I able to sell so much inventory if it's like, so you gotta think about this. Discounted tires are tire sizes that didn't sell in the first place for them. They had them for a long time. They don't want to get rid of them. Tires are still good. So they better get rid of them now than later when they really lose a lot of value because it's just, less shops want them. So to begin with, they're not really good sizes, right? Like hot sizes. So how do I sell so much if they're not hot sizes? I get them here for a great price, and I sell a lot of tires every day, all day. Keep my crew of 4 busy, mounting tires all kind of like, I would say at least 80% of the day, keeping them busy with the mounting part. But so I pretty much changed the sizes, man. I so like if a lady came, she had the 205/70 16s, and they're actually right here. She came to me, she came to us, saying that she wanted new tires. These are her old tires again. They're really good, but she just wanted, I guess one was bad and she wanted to change. Just give me out 4, right? So then I was like, okay, I don't have this size. It's a kind of rare size. So I was like, all right, well, I got 225/65 16s. I got some Goodyears. I have got a great price on them. And I told her, okay, this is what they cost. And I put a tire next to her car, next to her tire, and then it was just a little bit wider. So it's the same height, just a little bit wider. And I said, look, this is just a little bit wider. It's gonna, cost you this much, which is a great price. And she's like, okay, cool, yeah, let's do it. Sold them, put them on, and then they were a little bit wider. It actually looked better, and it's gonna grip better. So a wider tire will give you better handling. And I was like, look, it even looks better. And she's like, oh, awesome, cool. Paid me, left super happy. She was able to come in, get tires, and leave. People are busy, especially here in California, man, we're super busy. We don't got much time to be just wasting driving around and stuff like that. We got a lot of things to do around here. Yeah, so like I pretty much just changed the size to another size. I let them know and let them decide. And guess what? A lot of people are willing. No, I would say most people are willing to just change the size, put them on, pay, and get out. It's not that they're trying to like be super busy and don't have a choice. They do have a choice. they're not super busy. Like, man, it's like New York, like non-stop and shit. I mean, I don't know New York, but I can only imagine they're more busier than us, I think. I don't know, but I mean, but the point is that they have time to, all right, cool, yeah, I'll put those on and be happy with them, you know. And that's the most important thing. Get a good tire on their car that is better than what they came in, then be happy, and you're making a profit. Next thing I'm gonna show you is internally about the business. How do we keep the ball rolling, especially because we have you know, guys that are in the business also selling, which is the workers, and you want to make it very easy for them. And I'm going to show you what I mean. We're going to go upstairs and I'm going to show you how we organize and how so easily simple it is for them. And it's always an ongoing thing, by the way, organization. I always say that it just but I want to show you in a very clear way. It took us about 2 hours to do this, and made a lot of room, by the way. We threw away a bunch of junk tires that were up there too, that were cracked by the sun. It was probably total about 25 tires, maybe 30. But there were like old ones that didn't sell. There were low tread tires. It was pretty much stuff that was not important, you know. It wasn't like good high tread stuff that didn't sell. It was not like that. It was tire sizes that I took a risk on by, first of all, buying low tread, and also like unhot tires, unhot, like slow moving tires, pretty much slow moving tires that like were not really wanted by to begin with. So I'm gonna go and take you guys upstairs. All right, guys, here we are. It doesn't look like much, but check it out. This side is all the 19s, and I would use all this center 18s and all this side 18s. So what we did was we start off here, and the junk ones, throw them down, and left the good ones, made some room, and we continue with down here. These are the 17s now, and that little roof, all 17s. What we did is put uncommon ones right there. Sorry, these 3 rows, and from up here, all by size, we got all one size. 235 65 18, 235 65 18, 235 65 18, and that one also. Oh, it's 4 rows actually. And super easy to find them now. All the tires that we have in the shop that are used, we put them here only, so nowhere else. You see these right here? We also put these 18s. We got them off this roof. We put them on that Home Depot rack, and all of those are 245 55 18. So all of the shop, if you're looking for that size for the workers, they're all right there. You're not gonna find anywhere else in the shop. We left rows up here. We did our best with organizing the sizes. 235 55 18s. These are 235 60 18s, and I mean 245 60, 225 60, 225 55s, all 18s. More 225 60. These are random, and by the way, you'll find tires that you didn't know you had, and that's the great thing about organizing, is like now you put them in the correct spot. So when the guys come look for them, it's easy to find them. So like now, if you look at those Home Depot racks, I don't know if you noticed in my other videos, but I didn't have any tires on those racks on top. It was only a little bit. I took them down, and I got all the 17s over here, which was a lot of them, and I filled all the way over there, except for the middle ones with the 19s. So these rows are 235/80 17s, and then we got 245/70 17. Notice the numbers I put here. Again, the same size. This whole rack is 255/45 19, and they're all Continentals. This is gonna be easy to sell if I start posting online. And these are all Tesla tires, by the way. You know, there's a gang of Teslas over here. I don't know about other places in the country, but you know, there's a shitload of Teslas over here. 235/80 17s. I put them on this row, and then I got one row right here, which is a 245/70 17. This one goes here actually. I put it there. And then these are 225/75 17, and we got randoms right there. Let me see. I'm gonna put this up. I don't like how this looks here, so we can see what size it is from the bottom. I want you to notice this. I wrote the numbers, so from down there, you can just stand down there, you can see the numbers up here, so whoever doesn't know what's up here, they can just look at the numbers, and they don't gotta climb up, they can just look from the bottom. And you couldn't do that when it was over there at that rack. You weren't able to tell the numbers just by looking at them. They're organized. You know, we got all like walking now, it's all walkable. We got them pretty high, but not like too crazy high to be like, you know, tempting by the back, and you know, like I was talking about earlier. Anyways, yeah, so this is what we did, and now it's very easy for my workers to come and grab a tire right away and go, because people like to be helped out pretty quickly. People don't like to wait around. People just want to put the tire on, move it, let's go, right? So now we have a lot of room in the middle. I can actually put more rows in of the 18s, or start separating the 19s. Now we haven't touched the 19s, and use this area to like be more organized. And by the way, I'm sure I'm gonna find junk tires there, which does two things. Makes it more clear, as in what we have and what we don't have, and number two, organization. Rows of one size per pillar. So it does a lot, and it's crazy. Like, this was very like packed of tires before we started, and now it's all empty. The same thing right there was all packed with tires. Now it's all empty, and it's like well organized. And there you go. So I want to talk about these roofs. So my dad built this one, but it wasn't like this how you see it now. It was pretty simple. It wasn't like heavy duty. I had a guy come and add more pillars, which was like the two center ones with these, and then he added double, you know, amount of wood on top, made it super strong. And so like, I got this idea because one day I went to a friend's party, and this was in city of Whittier. It was like a nicer home, and they had like this roof thing, right? Like, it was a house, but someone made like pretty much like that, like a roof like that, and then on top, but it was like on the side of the house, so that people can stand on top and you know, drink their beer or wine or whatever. And it was a nicer thing. So I was right there, you know, this is like when I was younger. I was like, you know, looking at that, and I was like, I got an idea. When my dad built that little roof in the back, and it was like that gave me a freaking idea. So I had the guy come and made it really strong, and now I was able to put tires up here, and there was nothing over here, right? And then I saw how great that worked. I was like, wow, it's really strong. And this has already been there like, I don't know, probably like 15 years that I did that. And I was like, I started thinking, well, what if I do a real big one right here? Yep. And then I got to work on this one. I had this big old one put in, made it really strong. Oh, well, the same guy came and built it. He's really good at building things. And then I was like, let's see how much tires can this hold now. So I put all the uncommon 18s, well, it's SGB 18s up there. And then I was like, wow, what a success, man. And you know, back then that whole thing was like 5,500, real cheap. And I was like, okay, let's see how fast I make my money back. And yeah, it took a kind of like a few years. Like, in my opinion, it probably took about 2 years to like get my money back, plus made money from this project right here. And that's only for the top, not including the bottom. I didn't count like how much money I was making down here. I was just kind of like what was made up there. Again, it was uncommon tires. It wasn't much. 2 years to get, you know, your 5,500 back, plus you know, now it's a free roof, right? It's kind of a long time, but it's still cool. I'm take that every day, all day of the week. But this is before I knew about these Home Depot racks. Once I found out about these, game changer. I mean, that thing was the best thing, and I just started buying these. And making money much faster. They're cheaper. They're just stronger. They're just like hold more tires. And I was very excited to find these, and that's why I love to talk about these fucking racks, because they just make you so much money. It's like if you're part of the business right now, you own the tire shop and you have these racks, I bet you guys are very happy to own some of these racks too, and you make a lot of money with these racks. But that was just a quick story about the roofs, and it was just like a little like, and that was like the best thing I can come up with at the time, when it comes to like how can I make more room down here, because those are already packed. Again, they were all like little racks like this. And little by little, I just became and just made more room and way more room. So if you're in a tire shop business and you kind of have a limited space, you know, you gotta be creative and go up, go high, like real tall. Look how tall I went on that roof, and it was really tall. He's like, hey, you went on this tall? I'm like, I don't care, just make it tall. And yeah, he made it real tall and nice, and it was a very good thing. But yeah, go tall, go high, and trust me, people are not really gonna trip when it comes to like you know, again, tire shops goes under the radar. These people, they just don't care. Like, you know, a lot of I want to say, like, you know, you're not supposed to do like so tall and shit like that when it comes to like, you know, when it comes to regulations and stuff like that. But they see them, they don't really care. They're just like, yeah, you know, it's not that bad. We got other things to worry about, not about a rack, you know. So, but you're really the one who ends up winning a lot when it comes to like storage and be able to walk, you know, freely, which is very important to get to the tires and get back to the front to show the customer the tires, because the seals are made like that. You know, it's like we say in Spanish, Mexico, it's like, ¿cuándo se comen las tortillas? ¿Cuando están calientitas o cuando están frías? You know, it's saying, when you get your tortillas, when they're hot or when they're cold. Sales made when it's hot. When people are hot, they're ready to make a sale, then they'll just say yes, they do it, and you make your money right away, you know. Yeah. For those of you interested in real estate and learning more about real estate, I want to share a site that I use a lot even now, that I get a lot of, you know, I learned a lot from that site. And I actually went to training with this company. It's called Mobile Home University. So Mobile Home University, that website teaches about like ownerships of mobile home parks. Mobile Home Park University, I believe. I always forget the website, but to be honest, but I just click it through. I just, you know, Google it. I go in there, and that stuff is free. You know, that it has a podcast in there. It has about forums, about articles in there. It's all about mobile home parks. Anyways, when it comes to mobile home park investing, it's more an advanced subject. So if you don't, if you don't know about real estate a lot, you probably want to go first and study about real estate. But once you learn a lot about real estate and you're ready for more, mobile home park investing is it's actually my favorite real estate sector. It's very low maintenance. I manage my mobile home park from out of state. I don't get complaints of, oh yeah, like the water heater broke, and again, the freaking the sewer system, the toilets, and I get that from all of my other properties. The sewers, and it's their fault. Like they put wipies in the freaking toilet, and then you gotta pay for their mistake, but anyway, so then you don't get that from mobile home parks. Anyways, so that website, it's my favorite real estate website besides Bigger Pockets. Bigger Pockets is a good starter one. It's very awesome, but if you want more detail, more advanced, go to Mobile Home Park Store. Not the store, sorry, Mobile Home Park University. And there's a lot of free stuff in there. It's just, if you know nothing about real estate, probably don't want to go there, because you're gonna get confused. Like, what is this? What is that? What are you talking about? You probably want to go to Bigger Pockets and learn a lot from there. But again, I always push real estate because it's very important. Like if it was just about a tire shop business, in my opinion, it's not gonna take you very far. I mean, it'll take you, to comfortable living, and that's it. But you're gonna need something else. You're gonna need to build on top of the tire shop business, and that's real estate. Now you get a lot of power from real estate. There's just now that's when you get your big power, your big strength of you take advantage of the tire shop business, and also do the investing part of it when it comes to real estate. And again, I love real estate. I'm not talking about other things. I just see so much advantages. I mean, people make other money and stuff like that, but it's gonna be like transactional. You put in 2,000, you get 2,000 back, and or whatever it is, you get 1,000 back, and then you go be happy and pay taxes on it. So real estate is gonna grow for generations, right? And they're not gonna steal property from you, and you're not gonna be your property worth half now. It ain't gonna happen like that. You freaking it's just gonna grow and grow and grow. So that's the website I truly love, and again, always learning something new from it, especially because I'm in the business of that, and I want to continue to be in it. I'm actually looking to purchase another mobile home park. That's kind of the route I've chosen now, because again, this economy, and I want to be really safe when it comes to if something does crash, I don't want it to be a lot of percentage of oh shoot, let's say I own I do, let's say my 4 unit, if 2 people are not paying, then that's 50% of the income that's not coming in. It's not like I'm super negative on the mortgage and all that. But if you have a mortgage, a mobile home park, and 2 or 3 are not paying, then it's it's probably about 15% of the park is not paying, or 10% compared to 50%. So you're way better off with, in my opinion, I'm way better off with multiple tenants, multiple units in the single space, than going a larger amount of units and relying on each tenant paying. By the way, it's just my my thought. It's something that I seen, not that I've been through it, because it's always been a good economy when I owned my park the last 4 years or so. But when it comes to what's happened in the past, true affordable housing, lot rents were really not it was recession proof also, and the tire shop business, and I feel it's going that way. That's just every 10 years it happens, so why is it not gonna happen this time? And again, it's only been it's been a little bit more than 10 years actually. But it's right around the corner. I just feel, and I kind of just want to feel a little bit more safer. But that's the kind of knowledge you get though when you start studying a certain subject, and you make your best decision of what you trying to do, and then you go from there. But I'll let you go, guys. I'll see you guys next time. Mamba out.